So I could be using Makhleb a lot more here, like making lesser servants all the time and stuff. It's not really too necessary. My character's doing pretty well right now. Our defenses are not incredible or anything, but you can see that compared with like blade hands, it's enough to not really have to worry about most fights. Oh, hey, we have another enchant armor. How did I not pick that up? Oh, it's in the shop. Yeah, so the one thing I have to decide is if I want to go after the scales, but it's not really all that. Running the style clockwork orange. For some reason, the emote stuff really appeals to me. I guess because it makes Twitch chat sort of very lighthearted, which I guess can be weird in its own way. Oh, hey, there's our wizardry. Because it's like, do you actually have to communicate that way? But I don't know. I'm pretty bad for using emotes. Like, give me a silly emote and I'll start using it. Plus 10 dagger of Der Waft. Pretty interesting dagger. Fragile. Cheese. Oh yeah, there absolutely is, that's for sure. There's a lot of, well, I guess I should swap this on. Oh boy. Watch out those Eatons. Respect the Eaton. Yeah, I watch a lot of like retro streams, which are more people like in their 30s. So there's kind of less aggressiveness overall, I guess. But definitely, if you go to any popular Twitch stream, it's pretty. It can be pretty awful. Yeah, a lot of people ban that emote from their chat because people use that in a particularly annoying way. And they just use like alternative ones. These things are a little bit scary in terms of just how much damage they could do. Whoa, now. That is, that's 3 acquirement scrolls if I read that correctly. Goodness. My goodness. I think you got it, Edge Figaro. That is exactly what that is. 3 scrolls of acquirement! Exclamation point. What is this, Walmart? I keep asking the shopkeeper, you only want 21.84. He's like, yes. You sure? Get out of my shop. Don't question my prices, you stupid ogre. Ooh, that's not too much fun though. These things are easy to hex, relatively speaking. You still have to succeed in doing it, and as you can kind of see, you're not guaranteed. Although, going invis is... Oh man. No love for the enslavement. Come on now. 51%. Let's see it. Wow. And now this guy blocking my shot. Gotta remember I have large rocks. So this is not really that dangerous of a fight or anything, but it's kind of a lot of stuff. Wow, this is a Contra remix, isn't it? It's time to see Dev Wish strats. Wow, Mikey. Be pretty fun to watch a Mikey stream, I think. I'm not sure if he'd be the type, but he'd ban Kappa. He'd probably ban most emotes, except for he'd have a special channel pretty much everywhere it's going to be hot. And maybe other NBA emotes would be allowed. Custom software so dated, can't even have emotes. He'd use AIM. He'd use some like 90s instant messenger that somehow is compatible with Twitch chat, but doesn't display emotes. You can actually just use your IRC client. Twitch chat is based on IRC, and Crate actually, when he Crate does streams and he just uses normal IRC, and he prefers not seeing the emotes. I think that's actually how you're probably connecting already, isn't it? Or maybe you're watching, I don't know. But yeah, it's just they just have like IRC as the back end with it's a pretty weird IRC implementation given how busy their service gets. Twitch has a website? Whoa. I didn't know that. Yeah, a lot of people also watch Twitch with like a thing that just directly plays the stream video, and they don't use the website at all. Literally, that is exactly how it would go, yeah. That's pretty much... I only just now uploaded my own official chat hype emote. It'll take a while to catch on, but I need to develop more catchphrases. Is this like a jazz remix of Final Fantasy VII? Yes, it is, of course. I don't even know why I asked the question. I already knew the answer. Oh. Okay, here you want to be a little bit careful. Oh boy. Retally now. I mean, this is not too bad, but I did get a Balrog, and we've got just a lot of stuff here. Who cares? Okay, those. And this level's mostly cleared, so telly early, telly often. I basically just want to. Actually, gonna do some sticks to snakes, and just put some distance between myself and the Ogre Mage because I don't want to get paralyzed. There we go. Found another shop. Oh, you would show up, wouldn't you? I don't know if these things can damage. Kind of a expensive use, but you know what? I like it. Oh yeah, and I have large rocks. There we go. That was a waste of a phantom mirror, I guess, but who cares? I have 3 acquirement scrolls waiting if I really want to. You do the hehe part. What you do, Mikey, is you have like that sequence in like the follow and subscriber. Like if you see now how I have the pop-up that plays the sound, you can have it play a little video, like a short video clip. And you can have that audio clip. That's probably exactly what you're talking about, but yeah, of course, you got to. You don't have a choice. When somebody follows, it's the NBA theme. If somebody subscribes, it maybe plays the entire clip from pretty much everywhere it's going to be hot. And then you have the pretty much everywhere it's going to be hot channel emote of like the weather guy's laughing face. mean, it basically sets itself up. Pretty sure it would be one of the hottest streams on Twitch. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. Oh, it's Jink. Jink is using Kappa. Jink, we just got done ranting about Kappa, and you come in here with your Kappa. It's almost like... you don't understand the message. I think my favorite was the last time when we had song requests, and EB requested a bunch of like shmup and even some Toho music. The shmup music actually was quite good, but I thought that was pretty funny. That he actually had like Toho music. He knew of Toho music. I don't want to say that like Toho is like the national music of Brazil or anything, but I'm starting to wonder. After your song request, I'm pretty picky about if you have songs with lyrics, it will bug me when I'm playing. I tend to appreciate like lots of styles of music. Like I said, I've never been big on like hip hop, but oh boy, we don't have the. Oh yeah, we do. This guy's just destroying me. Listen to a lot of trip hop. That's interesting. Yeah, hip hop is super popular, and all the different derivative forms of it too. It's not just the like the mainstream stuff, but there's all sorts of other like forms of it, which are I guess a lot more instrumental, but just with like hip hop instrumentals. That stuff is less bad. Usually, it's like when it starts incorporating like rap, basically, then I start being like, please. I don't know what Lamp of Fire is gonna do. Just best way to deal with this is walk around a corner. I'm going to make a if I see a demonologist, I will probably, well, I'm just gonna hit him and hope for the best. Yep, so he almost banished me right there. I really should have had the demon kill him because I don't particularly want to waste time in the Abyss. Not that it would be Scarab XL20, I'd be totally fine, but like, let's be honest. Tengu Reaver. Yeah, that's probably a good point, huh? Do they have, I never really realized that they did have a difference. Oh no, Sarabot. Or Lomlobot. Oh, that doesn't work. I should make that work. HD12. Yeah, they do have a little bit more, I guess, don't they? It's probably as much to give them. Did they lose? No, they still do have banishment, huh? What was the one that lost banishment? Oh, Ogre mages lost banishment, didn't they? Yeah, that's what it was. I think something else might have also lost banishment, but there's our 18 fighting. Yeah, Ogre Mage banishment. Nothing more fun than like D10 Ogre Mage or whatever and getting banished. There's still a Rolka though, so I think did she lose it too? She might have lost it too. Toho. It's T-O-H-O-U, or I think it's T-O-U-H-O-U. She still does have banishment. Maybe she shouldn't. I don't know. What do I want? So now fighting and armor basically cost the same. Do I want anything else? I might go ahead and just get a little bit more. 12 might be kind of overkill. I think I'm going to do the double training and get a bit of... Oh no, actually I don't want that. I want some necro. I have regen. I have regen, but I have like 0 spell power for it. Seems hard for uniques to lose that spell. I could see that. Oh, that's the thing. That I was thinking about what else I want to do for 022, and Jorgrun is a thing that I want to address. Either disable him or figure out if I could move him maybe to an earlier depth or something. I want to make a spreadsheet. Yes, everyone loves spreadsheets with all the unique placements, so I can actually see who places where. Because every time Jorgrun gets brought up, Marvin PA brings up how we have so many uniques placing at that same kind of like mid to late depth, and that there's a lot of them, so I'd actually like to see that. Food shop. I guess my quest to like train spellcasting is, to be honest, I don't think I actually have to train spellcasting. There's like so much food in this game. Timons. Whoa, another Timons. Huh. There we go. Lamp of fire. Draw him out. Oh, you little bastard! You convoked. So how much do I want to mess with? Wow, another Timon's impressive. I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh, is that a neck? Might have been a necromancer. Yeah, it was a necromancer. They can go in biz. Yeah, so I wanted to maybe figure out what if he is salvage. I mean, he was obviously a unique that was created just so that a monster could have a level 9 spell, and turns out that that spell is really terrible as a... Oh, this fault. Yeah, I've seen this one before. That explains why there were 3 tentacled monstrosities. Well, there's V4. He could have zombie hands. I thought about that, but I thought about what zombie hands would actually do for Jorgrun, and well, it might work if he was moved to it. I think maybe, possibly something like that. Although, the thing is, he doesn't have any conj where that would actually be too interesting, I guess. I mean, he does have LRD, to be fair. But there's not a lot of kind of interesting stuff going on between him having zombie hands. It would be kind of a meme and introduce more of that awful monster player symmetry, but I did think about that initially. Maybe if he got moved around, he could have that, but the other thing that might be kind of neat is, well, we probably don't actually want to have the wall destruction, come to think of it, because that just introduces more stuff like, and take the whole zombie hands duration. Yeah, if he gets moved up earlier, then Petrify actually becomes slightly more interesting because players aren't going to have MR so much. The problem is he shows up by the time that a lot of players have relatively good MR for sure, but if he got nerfed a little bit, maybe. I mean, he could have an HD reduction so that the zombie hands maybe wouldn't be so crazy. It's an idea. I sort of discarded that because I was thinking of keeping him the same, and then it seemed pretty gimmicky. But if you moved him, it might be a little bit more interesting. So that's one thing I want to take a look at. One of the final things to fix for 0.22 would be Jorgren. The old Yorkster. El Jorgermeister. A whole new puzzle. Whole new source of emergent gameplay. Prevent monsters with wall destruction from leaving the floor. How does that actually help, Edge Figaro? Oh, you're talking about for luring monsters over? Yeah, that's true for like taking them to other levels, but you still have the problem on the level itself. I mean, it's actually a solved problem now, because LRD doesn't break walls and no monster has shatter. But yeah, if we wanted to reintroduce wall breaking, for monsters, it's kind of a thing. It's still a problem even currently because deep troll earth mages and cacodemons, they do have dig, so it's a problem for things that are rock. Oh yeah, Herald, he's another one. Harpoon shot, that's kind of an interesting idea, huh? The problem with Herald is that if he harpoons you, it's not going to be, that's the thing, we talked about that, and it's not necessarily going to be that good because once he's harpooned you, he's going to be like, well, what do I do now? I guess maybe he could just get a damage buff of some kind. Yeah, I mean, he could net you, but the problem is that he just has a hard time damaging you in the first place, I guess. For Mark, yeah, Sentinel's Mark and Harpoon Shot. That's an interesting idea. I might toss that around. Like, he's not the most problematic, unique in the sense that like he needs to be fixed like I feel Jorgren does, but at the same time he's not super interesting. And his theme isn't really well realized. He's like a bounty hunter of some kind, but he doesn't exactly feel like one. Oh hey, this song rules. This is a cool NES game. And he harpoon shots you. And that's when the chat will say, you got gamma funked. You got gamma funked, son. And that's when they spam their CS Curse Skull style emote. Rupert with harpoon shot, whoa. Don't give Muffin Drake commit access. Yep, we ganked them. We got harpoon shot online and we straight up ganked him. Give him invis until he tags you with a skill shot. Oh, like, yeah, that's sort of like being submerged, Edge Figaro. I don't think we like that idea. The problem with that is that it like those sorts of monsters introduce weird exploration bias if you know that they could be around. That's sort of the problem that Swamp Worms had with submerging, is like, you know that they could be anywhere, but Yeah, it was a thing. We removed it. It still exists actually on Kraken or Krakens. They submerge, or as the tentacles actually, not the Kraken. It's actually the Kraken. I think still does submerge. Maybe they both do, but I think Marvin PA is gonna pull his favorite routine on that mechanic as well. The fish monsters. Did they used to submerge? I forgot all about that. All the great fish monsters that Krull has had over the ages. Oh man, what is this song? Oh yeah. I guess I totally forgot because those monsters were so like weak that you kind of forget. I remember sharks because they sort of kind of had damage, but not really. They probably also submerged. Did electric eels submerge? No, submerge is, I mean, it was just a thing that was old in Crawl, and it was just trying to be kind of flavorful, but we removed it because we just don't like the way it works. It's sort of like the idea is you're getting ambushed, but the problem is it just introduces weird exploration. It introduces weird aspects to exploring around the dungeon. Similar problem with like mimics that mimicked features that could damage you and stuff like that. You used to be able to hit submerged monsters with a polearm. Man, I think I remember that. Because he tried to. That sounds like something Crate might do. I know he's talked about it. Yeah, okay, maybe it was just Mikey, but I think I've heard Crate talk about that too. Yeah, Mikey's so obsessed with anti-water that he wants to make a whole branch just so that it doesn't have water in it. I was like, Mikey, what's the theme of this new branch? Well, it doesn't have water, first and foremost. Support the desert branch. Well, this was a short stream, but I wanted to get back and do a stream because I have not been streaming recently. So thank you for everyone tuning in. We played pretty slow. We didn't get well, I guess we did get a rune. We got one rune. We didn't get both. I could go get the other one, but we finished vaults. So if I get a proper stream going, I can finish this character in part 4. I'm going to send you guys over to Enemy TV, a great retro streamer who's working on getting Twitch partner by, just streaming a lot. He's playing some subscriber choice games, so that's always interesting. If you might be able to get a game selected if you subscribe or if you just speak up at the right time, because sometimes they just give out requests. Yeah, thanks everyone tuning by, and if you participate in the raid, feel free to talk about cute emotes. Give the raid message of Poverty Pack, which is a Pac-Man emote. But yeah, I'll be back in maybe only a couple of days, definitely next week, where I will hopefully finish this character up or get really close to that. So thanks for everyone tuning in, and feel free to check out some of Enemy's stream. And I will see you all next time.